Welcome to my channel. Hi Robert. Yeah, no problem. So for those who new to my channel, I'm doing internal exercise. I just take this opportunity afternoon. I was alone, so I will do exercise myself. And if you have question regarding to any of the movement or anything, just leave in the comment. And I think I finished the first set. That all 8 move. Good to hear you. You're feeling good today. So I will finish 8 sets of move first, and then while I'm doing it, if you have any question, just comment in my in here, and all the 8 move I will update in my channel as well, so you can follow it and exercise in your own convenience. Okay, I finished the first 3, so it's gonna be the 4th one. The 4th one is mainly practice the turning of the body. So first you breathe in. As you breathe in, feel the body is holding. Then you turn the hand, one up, one down. So, and as the up one go up, the down one go down, you turn with this motion. And breathe out at this point. So you breathe in, out, and then do the same for the other side. Breathe in, out, in, out. Breathe in, out. Inhale, exhale. And during the exercise, try to feel the transaction between your inhale and exhale. So for example, when you start breathing as deep as you can and as much as you can, you feel you breathe all the way in and almost like using your hand to help holding it. And here is the transaction. So you will fully in, and the moment you're going to breathe out, you do the hand movement at the same time. Hold. And don't worry if you cannot turn all the way. Just doing as much as you can. Say like if I'm breathing out, that's all I can turn, and that's fine. And what you may want to do is just breathe in a little bit more. Just hold in this position, breathe in, and then breathe out again. In, out. So you will find that your range of motion, you will generally like pushing that limit slightly. And when you absolutely push into the maximum limit, as you breathe out, you will find naturally your body will want return this twist. So when that happens, you just breathe in, like out. So that will be my maximum. If I keep breathing out, I will feel my body try to push me back this way. And that's the moment I take an inhale. So we are not fighting with your body, but constantly we are pushing your body to its limit. Sorry for disturbing. Are you okay, my friend? You have temperature? Good. I'm okay. I don't have a temperature, but I did catch a cold a few days ago, so I still have a little bit running nose now. And so that's the fourth movement. And now we go through the fifth movement. Fifth movement have a lot of variation. It's mainly practice the rolling of your waist and your lower back. So there's two versions of it. So for those have physical condition are good, I can encourage you just hold your hand around your bell, hold your lower back, and do the slightly shoulder stance, and then back. So you can do the whole one. And depend on your condition. If you feel that one is too difficult, holding in the front, that's around the waist and the bell part, and just gently doing this one. And if the one I just showed you, the second one, is still too difficult, don't be afraid. Put both of your hands right above your knee. Lean down, keep your back straight, keep your head straight. And then do the same movement. And the last one is actually the one I do the most, because in this way you can release. You don't have to concentrate so much on all your body to maintain the balance to do the big run, where you can just, you have your hand support, and then you can more concentrate on each you span vertebra. Are they all get stretched, or am I doing a smooth circle? So by having the two hands on your knee, it really start you can examine your range of motion and how much you can do. So for instance, if I put my hand on here, what's the highest position my head can be with my spine relatively straight? So that will be the highest point. So what's the lowest point I can be? So let's try. So that roughly is the lowest point. So I know now it's up. Imagine a big circle, so that will be top of the circle, that will be the bottom of the circle. Then we examine the side of the circle. Okay, that's roughly. And then the other side. So now when you start doing the movement, you have 4 reference points. From first reference point, gradually to the second reference point, down to the third reference point, and then to the fourth reference point, and then back to the beginning. Ideally, you want to feel the head and the spine is doing a circle. So 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And the inhale and the exhale, again, you can use this 4 reference point as your breath transition point. So if I start from the middle, the top part, and go to the bottom part, so if I do that as an inhale, and then I will do the other half as exhale. And over, when you start this position, inhale when you go low, exhale as you go up. Or the other way around, start from the middle position and try to just blow the floor gently. And then breathe in as you go up. So it's always bear in mind how you breath work are when you're doing the internal exercise. In the future video, once I'm confident enough like talking in English and put in the system, I will upload the breath work accordingly as well. But at the moment in my channel, most of the video is only the physical movement. So that will be the fifth move exercise in BaDuanJin. So you do one side clockwise or anti-clockwise 3 circles, and then you do the other side. When you start, there isn't a particular number you need to follow. Just follow your body instinct, how many you can do, but try to do evenly on both sides. And one of the benefits of this exercise is it really extend the spine and give you spine extra room between each vertebra. So for example, after a while you can practice, you really start noticing different part of spine. So if I'm holding this to my wrist, so now is this part of the spine start rotating. And if I want to examine the upper level of the spine, whether the range of motion is there, I can hold my hand here. So now everything under my hand, I will try to not move, and just solidly by my chest. And when it comes to the rib cage part, it will be difficult. It's more imaginary a little bit, because always the rib cage is holding that part of spine, so it doesn't rotate as much. And then you can come to your neck, and then you can And for those who want whose body condition allow them to do, you can do a bit extra as you breathe in and breathe out. Just sit there for a second. Look right up to the ceiling. And do the same for the other side. Okay, that's the fifth exercise. The sixth exercise is bend forward and backward for the knee, for kidney. So for this exercise, we want to start position with our hand on our kidney, and shoulder raise stance. Breathe in, exhale. Turn around, the hand goes in front of the feet, and then inhale. So from here, don't directly just stand up by yourself, like this. So you wait a moment and start inhale. You see, as I'm inhale, it's lifting up my body slightly. So you really want looking for that inhale motion to your belly, and use that inhale motion to do the transition. So again, breathe out. And now you breathe in. See? And then as you stand up, you breathe out again. So this continue a full movement maybe. And also, when your hand try at the start, when your hand go down, try to have this feeling the hand just drop down as you go down. So here, once it reach to your butt, your arm already fully extended. So do not reach. So what you want to do is twist, span, and then you feel your hand just gently fall down the back of your leg all the way to the bottom. And obviously some people, due to the flexibility or their body condition, this may be a bit challenge to do, and especially for someone have a back injury or something. So in that scenario case, do the upper part of the same exercise. So you're still holding, give enough support to your back, and now what you want is concentrate on your chin. So you almost feel your chin's back to front, up to the top, and then back, and then down. 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and back to 6 o'clock again. So one of the important things in internal exercise is we do not push the limit. We're testing the limit. So if this is my limit, I will just do. Although my body limitation may not allow me, like for example my chin, to do the full circle, but during you do the exercise, your mind constantly thinking, okay, I can't go down that much, I just go this much, but my mind tell me that place is the perfect place. So you constantly aware there is it's almost feel like you imagine yourself do that movement as much as you can, like in a perfect stance or in the best situation scenario, like you can fold it back. But when you actually do it, holding that image in your head, but your body just follow as much as you can. It may be just this small circle. So that's a key in the internal exercise. So now we finished the first 6 move exercise. Now it's the 7th exercise. The 7th exercise is mainly for the liver. It's particularly useful for liver detoxing, or sometimes when you have a bad mood, like really angry or upset. So the movement is looks like this. It almost feels as a punch. You can do with a fist, or you can do with open hand. And one thing to notice to bear in mind in this movement, because it's for the liver exercise. So what you don't want to do is like a normal punch. You just turn, like front, back. So for this one, the reason you lower yourself a little bit, you actually want to squeeze this side. Squeeze this side So as you shoulder and hip squeeze one side, it kind of open up the other side. So if I do this, squeeze, and squeeze the other side, back to neutral position and squeeze one side. You don't have to squeeze to absolutely your maximum, right? But you need to have the intention of the squeeze that part of your body and your internal organ. And again, depending on your body condition, you can do this one with perfectly straight spine. And if your hip allow you to do a big arrangement, you can press a bit, squeeze a bit more. So for and as you squeeze more, it will naturally shift your body slightly. And the same, the leg work will be open up. But it's just as effective if you just keep a narrow stance and hold your body. Okay. Right, just end of the comfort zone with those movements. Don't worry, like don't push yourself too hard. The internal exercise is you need feel what you're doing. It's not you don't know what you're doing. Everyone can throw a punch or naturally, but say like a professional boxer, when they do a punch, and they will aware more body part, how their body involve, and how is their transition, and etc. All those technical detail. But in internal exercise, we tend to not aware the technical detail. Obviously, we are not like a professional fighter or any kind of like that. But more importantly, to aware the reason it called internal exercise is aware the internal body. So if you do one exercise, a big one, and throw all the way, okay, you know you kick, push the floor, twist one hip, and throw. So that's the out layer of a body structure, how to do it. But in an internal exercise perspective, I will feel I'm breathing in, so my body is loose and relaxed, ready. And as I'm breathing out, and I'm twisting my spine, let it go. So the movement will be the same, but the practice purpose will be different. And I think everyone have their life experience. Although we can doing the same thing, but if we have a different purpose to doing it, we will end up in different place. Right? A good example is like we all can driving, but our destination will be different. So it's similar to internal exercise and the other exercise. So the ability to twist it will be the same. But because we have a different goal or different mindset, purpose of the exercise, the ending result is different. There's not like which one is good or which one is not good. It's just different exercise have a different purpose for it. So now I demonstrate the seventh movement again. So breathe in, and as you exhale, press the side you want to reach out. So that's the seventh for liver So when you're angry or liver detoxing, the last exercise in BaDuanJin is like a finishing move, because after you do the first 7 and all your body is it's like almost like a stretching after you're running, if that makes sense. But in the internal exercise, the last one is loosening up as well. So what you want to do is you can put your hand just simply aside your body and then lift your heel and lower yourself, and use that vibration to loosen up all your body. A very important thing for this one is gentle, because when you lift up very high and then you bounce, the force actually travel to your spine and the back of your head. It actually hurting you if you're doing it too hard. And so it's just very gentle one. For example, today I have a tension point on my neck. So while I'm doing it, I may adjust my neck a little bit. So, and I turn, I find that tension point. So it actually like depend on your experience, but now I feel this part is a bit more loose than before. So you can do that. The same with the shoulder tension. So if this shoulder is very tight, you can start feel one side. But you need not holding the tension. So you need to really relax. Although you do in internal exercise, although you sometimes you may have a big stance and say like, but you won't do it without using too much, minimum muscle tension. So what you're doing is just a flow of your body. And the same for this one, just gently lift. Feel the air you breathe in fill up your body. And then let it go. Like an air balloon, you open. You can do this one as much as you want, but generally it suggests to do 7 or under 20. So, anyone have any question regarding to the BaDuanJin, 8 movement in BaDuanJin? No? Okay, I just do the BaDuanJin from beginning to the end, and maybe 2 or 3 for each exercise. So start from the first one. Inhale, exhale. End of exhale, bring your head straight. Inhale again. Exhale. So you can break up this circle by as many inhale, exhale as possible. But after you practice and you have some foundation, you can like say, for me, if I'm just doing myself, I will start inhale right from beginning. And exhale from the top. But if you cannot take that long breath, like then halfway is good enough. And if you cannot do that, you can break even more. I will do this after dinner tonight. Okay, thanks a lot to being here, Robert. We most likely concentrate on the spine and the liver. Yeah, I think that one really help release the emotion, especially when we're angry or something. Okay, and then so the first one, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I see breathing in something through your mouth. I wonder if you one. Yes, you can do 1.5. And as I always reach to breath noses. Yeah, noses is actually recommend. But because I'm doing video, I want people hear the inhale and exhale sound, so I use my mouth. But as I say, like you don't have to do all circle. Like say, inhale up all the way to the top and then exhale. You can inhale half the way. Exhale to the top, and then start inhale again. So I don't know if you hear earlier or not. I mentioned there's look the clock behind me. There's a full transition point. So you got 12 o'clock, you got 6 o'clock, you got 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So you can use those as a reference of your transition point. And if you need more break for like taking breath, then you can use 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. So you can break as much as you can, but make sure they have a reference point at the start. Once you're familiar with it, you kind of like you can make up your own. And the second one is the lung exercise. The same as all this stuff from breathing in, and as you breathe in, you almost feel you gently holding something. And stop turn. For the second movement, at the end of this, what you want to do, if you feel you're already reaching to the maximum, okay, I lower my hand. What you want to do is slightly gently push the bottom of your hand, your palm. So if I move, so that just last bit gently. So if I do an exhale, and as I almost breathe out all my air, the last bit, and then breathe in. So is this exercise today for trauma release or something else? I'm sorry, I just what I do is called the internal exercise. And the internal exercise put body into 3 perspectives. Watching my pinned video. So we say Jing, Qi, and Shen. So Jing will be more related to the physical part. Qi is more related to normal breath work, and energy flow in your body. And the Sen is more related to whether we call it soul, spirit, or data information. So the purpose of this is synchronize all three aspects of our body and our mind and our breath work. Are they good for trauma? If you think trauma is something stuck in your body, then I would think doing such exercise will help you release that tension. But I'm not a trauma specialized person, so I wouldn't be qualified to give really the professional advice for whether it's good for trauma or not. But for my personal experience, without the trauma or anything, after the those exercise, I do feel my body is more energized and I'm happier, or I really only simulate was in because okay, also because I lost feeling in my body. In the internal exercise there, my occupier recommend Tai Chi or Qigong. Yes, I think Tai Chi and Qigong, I would do the same to recommend Tai Chi and Qigong. And so just for those people who don't know the internal exercise as much, Tai Chi and Qigong is part of the internal exercise. So it's kind of internal exercise, then it have a branch developed into Tai Chi, into Qigong. And the practice will help you improve your body awareness. And for people know me, like every night, most of the night, I will do the meditation section as well. So the internal exercise have two parts. One part is the physical exercise, as I'm showing you today, BaDuanJin or other Tai Chi Qigong exercise. What they do is imagine if your body structure have a fundamental dysfunction. You want at least it reach to certain level, so your body is okay for some gentle exercise. And then the other part of the awareness training is actually mainly from meditation. Start from awareness of your breath, how deep you can breathe, and etc. What time are you going to live? I live in Netherlands, so times are different. My evening meditation live is UK time, between generally start between 11 or 1 a.m. UK time. I don't do the physical exercise live that often. It's only today I got some free time and in the afternoon, so I start doing it. So I hope that answer your question. So Netherlands will be too late for you probably, because it will be like I think it will be 12 to 1 transfer. It's 1 hour ahead of the UK time. So let's continue for the third exercise. Third exercise is for the spleen and the stomach. The spleen and the stomach is a pair in Chinese medicine. The spleen qi will be tend to go upward, and the stomach is similar to the Western medicine and what we know. We eating the food, the stomach digest the food and go down. So in this movement, you will see one hand up and one hand down. Partly in the culture it represent lifting and down of the qi. It also like is a very good way. If you look just from the body point, if you have one shoulder and one side up and the other side down, it loose up the side muscle, the very long part of muscle behind on your back, around the spine. So the movement will be like this. Breathe in, and use one hand to reach to the top, and the other hand push down. And you won't feel the lifting in this case, my right hand and my right leg are straight in this, and my left hand and left leg are as low as possible. So will be in, hold, turn, and out. As you breathe out, try to push the bottom of the palm a little bit further. And then in. So in internal exercise, the last bit is very important. So almost is we set up our body to that position, waiting for that transaction and feel that transaction. So the end of you breathe inhale and the starting of you exhale, and same the end of you exhale and the beginning of you inhale. You don't need physically stop, but you need just have the awareness of that transaction and matching that transaction with your body. So inhale. So now it's finishing inhale and normal. In. Exhale. So I actually use this part as the transition. So as I exhale, bring down the body. Now I breathe out, and just this little turn is not exhale, not inhale. And as I finish this little turn, I start inhale again. And the next movement, third, I've done 3. The fourth one will be turning back. Hello, ego has land. So same, inhale. And as you exhale, drop one hand, lift one hand. So this movement, if you look in my channel, I was recently put a spine axis. So we will see that this working on actually 2 spine axes together. So it's the vertical one and the horizontal one. So if you imagine this surface is you twisting around in the middle. Sometimes it happens when you turn all the way, as your butt will be tend to lift slightly and the head tend to go down. I tend to do this as well. Then just reset in that position and inhale again. As you inhale, move the butt down, lift the head, exhale. So really you want to keep your spine as straight as possible, or in a straight position so you don't hurt yourself. And now is the fifth exercise. The fifth exercise, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's round and round. It's in Chinese. It's called 摇头摆尾去心火. to smell every day for my energy to balance, less angry and focus. Thank you, Zara. So you can practice all those exercises and talk to your acupuncture doctor and say like you on the TikTok you find the BaDuanJin exercise, qigong exercise, and you can show my video to him and ask his opinion. Personally myself, I'm an acupuncture doctor as well, but obviously all the Tai Chi and qigong internal exercise, it's like a religion and Catholic, Christian, so they have different branch. Work with your own doctor, ask their advice, and sometimes I think in 99% of the case they will agree with what I do, but just in case they don't, and follow your own doctor's practice, because after all I haven't physically seen you, and that doctor has been working with you a long time, so they should know your situation better. And the sixth exercise is for the kidney. 双手, in Chinese it's called 双手攀足固肾腰. So it means two hands reach to the bottom of the feet to help your kidney grow. So this movement starts with two hands on the back of your kidney. Inhale, bend, exhale. And as I explained earlier, you don't have to do the full one like me do. Just do as much as you can, and bear in mind the chest, the lower chin position. So hold on here. It's actually very hard for me to do the restrict one because my body is looser up. But you get the idea. If you chin, you only can do this much, then just do this much. Yes, you should, and always ask the doctor, the doctor working with you. Chinese medicine, in terms of acupuncture, they have different branch of technique. So it's good to ask your doctor's advice and see whether his branch of the technique and the theories agree on what I do. And so in that way you get most out of it. And the seventh exercise is the almost feel in Chinese it's called 怒目圆正. I can't remember, but it's as I say, it's the detoxing of the liver and the release the anger. So as I explained before, try to feel the pressure on this side. Like in, press. Neutral position, press. You almost feel your front hand is being squeezed out. So it's not as you're reaching out. So it's a squeeze out combined with your breath work. I go herb from them as well. Man. I'm not specialized in herb medicine, so I can't give you any advice for herb. And herb are very good for certain things as well. And so basically in Chinese medicine, there are two main branches, acupuncture and herb. The doctor should use both measured if necessary. And what we generally say is the acupuncture is control of the body's qi flow. So imagine your body as a traffic system. So the acupuncture will be serve as the traffic light to manage how the traffic flow. But in some of the case, if you say part of the road is literally broken, then in that case, herb will be as a supplement to go in there actually repair the road. So the acupuncture can work more effectively for you. Okay, then is the last movement of BaDuanJin. The last one is 背后七颠百病消. So as I explained before, this movement is a relaxed movement and a finish movement. So what you want to do is gently lift your heel and let it go. Ideally, you want to feel as you land. You can feel all the vibration on your belly, vibration on your shoulder, and vibration on your hip and the leg. You can do this with two hands crossed, pushing down, and then chest up as well. And one thing to remember when you do this exercise is not doing it very hard. You want doing it very gently, and feel that force. So as you land, there will be a force from the ground push you up, and use that force as like the force to loose up you. The heel dropping. It's the finishing move of the 8 move exercise, and so it basically after you do the full 7 exercise in the front, and the last one is almost feel like say you go to run 5K, and the last time when you finish you need to do like 10 or 20 minutes stretching, and so it's kind of like the finishing part, and to loose up all the body. And you may also take this opportunity to examine whether the first 7 exercise has reached all part of your body. So for example, if I'm just, and today in my personal case, I feel my chest is not loose up enough, because otherwise I didn't feel as much vibration as it should be. And then I can concentrate on that part, or just be aware like, okay, today maybe I need to do a bit more of the second one for the lung. And then go back again. Feel better? Not today feel better, but like then see, or after I do several long exercises, this part is still a bit tense for me today. Then I should be aware and pay attention to myself and see whether it develops next day or it's just one day thing. Can I do the heel dropping also by itself, sometimes without other dropping also by itself? Yes, you can. All these eight exercises, you can do them individually. You don't have to go through all, because obviously I'm doing internal exercise with a different purpose to the most of the people. So I will do it the whole side to examine myself and know my body condition, etc. But I think for people have poor condition, say for example, like someone have find hard to take a breathing, then by all means, just do the second one. Like just do the second one. Concentrate on your lung, how as you breathe in, your lung open up. And if you can't do the horse stance as you do this, you can just do a narrow stance, and maybe even just start with open up the chest, close. And then do those things. And then you back to a higher stance. So the 8 exercise in Chinese, the first one is working with the Sanjiao system, which is a channel through the whole body. Second one is working with the lung. Third one is working with stomach and the spleen. The fourth one is working with Dai Mai, is a meridian in our body. The fifth one is working with the heart. The sixth one is working with the kidney. The seventh one is working with the liver. The last one is a general relax or general active exercise. And obviously, if you find, it will be like you go to the gym, if someone want working on their backside, and they just continue working on that. So for the 8 exercise, if you feel one of the particular one is the one you need, you can just do them singly alone. So if you look in my profile and do full fast heartbeat, I have all 8 exercises posted few weeks ago, and with explanation, and currently I'm posting them again with the body plan axis. So if you after the live, if you go to my homepage, scroll down, you should be see all 8 exercises. Fast heartbeat. The fast heartbeat, I don't know, is a medical condition or just in general. Like sometimes you feel everyone feel like can feel their heart beating a bit faster. So for that, I actually wouldn't recommend exercise without knowing what's your really situation is. But in Chinese medicine, there is an acupuncture point, particular for the heart. The way to find it is use your 3 fingers to measure it. From, if you see there's a line on my wrist, so use the 3 finger. Oh, sorry, my bracelet. I use the 3 finger from the line of the wrist, and that will be somewhere here, right? And find that, if you find this position, and find the gap between the 2 tender. So if I don't know the light, but this side about better, you can see there's a 2 tender on here. So it will be on this side, will be here 4. It will be somewhere here. Measure, locate, and gently pressing that part of your arm when you have a fast heartbeat. This acupuncture point called Nei Guan, and is generally considered by all the acupuncture doctor is a heart acupuncture point, even for some emergency situation. And you don't want to press it too hard, just gently. And if you do have a heart problem, you probably will find a reflection point around as well. either it's slightly above or slightly down, but use the 3 finger as a reference first. Find that, and feel free as you massage go up and down slightly. See whether there is a reflection point there for your heart. Okay, thanks for everyone to join me today. And is there anyone have any other question regarding to the exercise I'm sharing or anything I do? You're welcome, Zara. Okay, if no one have any question, then that's it for today's live video, and probably see you tonight for the meditation section. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Bye.